Yo guys, just a quick video on how to make your vocals really stand out over a beat. So it's one plugin, and I used to wonder why people use this plugin, but a limiter. So here, we have compressor, EQ for the vocal.
Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late.
So basically, the limiter is creating that polish that we're so used to hearing over the vocal. I'm going to solo so you guys can hear.
Time, too late to turn back the hands.
So let's play it before just so you can really hear the dynamic of the vocal, and then we're going to pull up the limiter to polish it off and lift it up and polish it off like a flat line.
Too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind.
Alright, now let's turn the limiter on.
At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again.
We can also control the amount of distortion for this record. So basically, because we're adding a limiter, it's pushing it as louder, basically, through the distortion.
Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime.
Okay, but if I switch this mode in Logic to pre-fader,
time, too late to turn back the.
It's not as aggressive. And just so we can really hear this, let's turn off the stereo output, turn off the other buses so we can really hear the difference. So let's switch this. This is just a side note. I just realized it for this mix.
Time, too late to turn back the hands.
So listen to how distorted it sounds.
Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand.
Because we're going through this distortion aux.
Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the.
Now if we switch this mode to pre-fader,
Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand,
I'm not sure you guys can hear this. Let me crank it up a little bit.
Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Too late to turn back the hands of.
It's just a different way the energy is sent there. It's very subtle, more subtle than I thought you guys would be able to hear. But that's just a side note. That just happened. I just noticed that just now. But basically, the limiter is just adding this. It's lifting everything up without it.
Too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the.
Let's add the effects back.
Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time?
It's almost like it adds perceived height in a way.
Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our.
So don't be afraid to add a limiter to your vocal chain. I just wanted to give you guys confidence because that is a huge part of modern sound.
Time, too late to turn back the.
Now you may need to automate the amount because this beat kind of comes in pretty heavy. So that's where it gets a little tedious, is how do you automate this effect so it's not just slamming the entire time.
Too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad, too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke, they don't want no problems, I'ma get it started.
So see, without the limiter, it's just like the vocal is an instrument in the beat. When you add the limiter, it's like the vocal is above the beat.
Time to yeah, we all bad, too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke, they don't want no problems, I'ma get it started, they don't want no problems.
let's run it one time without the limiter and then one time with.
To turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to dress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all back, too many unanswered questions in my head, looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems, I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. Yeah, it's too late. Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime.
Okay, now let's turn on the limiter for the vocal.
Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to dress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all back, too many unanswered questions in my head, looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems, I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. Yeah, it's too late.
See how the vocals just get swallowed alive without the limiter? And that's mainly because a lot of the vocal performance on this track is on the side, so it's getting lost with that guitar.
Too late to turn my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all back, too many unanswered questions in my head, looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems, I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. Yeah, it's too late.
So see how the vocal cuts through when we add that limiter? So sometimes I forget to add the limiter depending on the vibe, but in this track, sometimes it has that nice lifting polish. Not mandatory all of the time, but sometimes you can add it and you're like, wow, that does sound way better for this specific track. Okay, so I don't want you guys to think that's gospel to always do that, but that is something that is super overlooked with vocal mixing. Just wanted to share that tip with you guys. If we have a new vocal mixing course at busyworksbeats.com, and we're teaching it in Logic Pro for this specific course. So go to busyworksbeats.com. You guys will find it there. All right, y'all. Subscribe if you're new. Peace, guys.